Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan, and thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading, so everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, the Val 53 Tarot Pictures Review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay. Interesting. Show up tomorrow, Capricorn. We'll talk about who you're dealing with. Right away, what you're showing me, though, there is a lot going on, and it almost seems and feels like you're having to kind of stay sharp and on your toes a little bit to kind of really assess things and keep things going, even though it's beginning to take its toll on you. You know you can't stop ultimately. I kind of feel like there is a little bit of back and forthness about like, it almost seems like energetically you kind of have to like drag yourself out of bed and get something done or accomplished. Jeez. You're like, yeah, about that. About that. You're like, yeah, not today. Not today. Okay, so you do know, you do realize that. I kind of feel like you're not even in the mood. You're not even in the mood to do anything. Like, and that's the problem. It's like it seems like you are trying to work on things and put things together. It's just like, why isn't something just coming together? It's like it's not that easy. You're kind of saying, I'd rather do something else that's a little bit more emotionally uplifting rather than focus on something that's so energetically exhausting. Goodness. Even though you're kind of like, well, this is something that's much better, it is also at the same time you're kind of like a little bit slightly disappointed because you know that there's so much to kind of take care of and do. Yeah. Okay, you're very that's interesting. That is so very interesting. It's an energy of like you'd rather play now and work later. Even though you're kind of energetically showing me like, yeah, no, I got to go back to what I got to take care of. Now I got responsibilities. Now I have this endeavor that I can't let go. It's like, okay, interesting. Just okay. I'll hold that thought and see. Yeah, you're definitely back and forth with yourself about this. You're back and forth with it. You're trying to figure out what kinds of changes to make in order for things to kind of work out for you in a sense, and stability reasons and security as well as finances. At the same time, in and of itself, with what you currently have, you're stressing about it. It's almost like when you kind of look over everything, kind of like what's that called, like checks and balances or things like that. Of that sort of like watching your money, managing your money. That's what's stressing you about. That's what's stressing you out. You're saying I have what I have. At the same time, it's like there may be some sort of changes or shifts I have to make that I'm not really wanting to, but I do realize and know that it might just be necessary. Ooh, what is that about? You don't know. Okay, this reminds me of someone else's energy today. I believe it was Aries. Very similar energy. Very similar energy. Aries, I believe, was you want to care, but you just don't. This is something very similar. It's almost like you're showing me this energy of like, I'm having fun, I'm doing my thing. At the same time, I have to go do this. And because I have to go do that, now I'm looking at everything I'm in my position, in my current standing. And even though, once again, something is financially working out for you, you are gaining some sort of recognition, or let's just say compensation for the work and the efforts that you do. It's almost like it's slowly fading. It's just dwindling away. Be at the same time, you're kind of like, well, it kind of like keeps things afloat and it keeps things going. So let's just kind of see where this goes. Yeah, and there it is. There's that back and forthness that I was just talking about. It's like, it's what you're overall trying to do. And so even though things in your situation are kind of picking up pace here, you're kind of saying, yeah, this is just like Aries. This is just like Aries. Theirs is a little bit different. Now, this one's like flip-flop. What's that called? Like a yin and yang energy. Masculine and feminine energy. Interesting. Kind of like a mirror. Of course, you could be dealing with an Aries. That's interesting. It's almost like you're, yeah, this is paralleling Aries. I'm going to push this a little bit and see. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. The Holy Grail, what's that called? The Holy Grail saga continues, Capricorn. You're showing me, it's like, you're almost, how do I say this? You're trying to force yourself into loving what you do. And you're just like, I just don't love it. I just don't. I don't have that type of love or that type of emotional investment or commitment even to it. And that's what you're battling yourself and going back and forth about. It's like, it helps to pay the bills. It does bring you what it brings you. At the same time, you're also kind of like saying like, it's whatever. It's whatever. It's like you're kind of saying like, I'm hoping that things, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that things could turn around in my, my favor, emotionally speaking. And I feel like there is this very quick, like instant, like, there's a bittersweet energy here. It's kind of like saying you have so much love for something, for what it's given you and where it's kind of like taking you. At the same time, there's that unfortunate realization that kind of like smacks you, that it's kind of like, yeah, but I'm no longer in love with what I do. I'm no longer loving what I do. But I am definitely trying to like, you're battling yourself here, Capricorn. You're battling yourself. Like two goats. Your emotions and your thoughts, two goats knocking heads. And it's like, which one's going to win? Which one's going to win? Is it going to be your heart, or is it going to be your other side? I feel like whatever is going on, though, as you're in the process of kind of like figuring this out, you will realize and have that breakthrough. Yeah, you'll have that breakthrough and you'll see the light. Of course, if you are dealing with anyone, you could be dealing with an air sign, possibly a water sign, maybe an earth sign, maybe fire. Goodbye.